Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jarrell Big Baby Miller! And his opponent across the ring, heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois!
Right, lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most of all, remember to defend yourselves at all times, all right? Touch gloves.
I'm going to make him quit. I'm going to flip the script. Let's see what happens here. Big battle in the heavyweight division.
Just two massive men that just made a 20-foot ring look tiny now.
It really does. There's the shot.
Straight right hand down the pipe there by Dubois, and he's going right after Miller, who's walking right towards him.
That's exactly what he needs to do. Dubois, keep the shot straight. Already you can see the tactics from Miller, trying to walk down Dubois, maybe thinking get this fight to the later rounds and try to use that keyword again, get Dubois to quit. Not offering too much in offense right now.
You could see it in Miller's trunks. He wants war, but that's exactly what Dubois needs to avoid. He needs to make it guerrilla warfare, fight on his terms.
What do you make of Dubois constantly pushing Miller back? That's going to tire his arms out.
Yeah, he's trying to find space, but do that by using your feet and using the jab.
Miller's bound to time that jab. He needs to start doubling the jab, throwing it to the chest, foot feinting, lead right hand. You can't just keep throwing the same punch. See Miller try to counter it right there.
Miller always has that scowl on his face when he's in the ring.
You know, maybe I'm overreacting, but that was a very tired-looking Daniel Dubois in the corner, breathing heavy after the first round.
Because that's not his style of fighting. Like I said, this is the most I've seen him move laterally. That's a big man moving sideways. It's like nervous energy, and when you have nervous energy, that burns stamina faster.
Yeah, and it's more intent now with the feet coming forward from Miller. He does throw the body shots. He seems to catch that waistline, and the referee warns him, so you can see it now, headhunting. He looks a little lost here, Dubois. Not too sure what his tactics are at the minute.
I see the same, Darren. It's kind of like it's nervous energy, I said initially, but it's like he's trying to find a way in. You know, Miller's blocking everything up with those big arms. Nothing's really penetrating through.
Mannix, what say you?
Yeah, I would say the advantage is for Jarrell Miller. Look, Jarrell Miller is not at the weight he wants to be at. He's probably 15, 20 pounds above.
Yeah, that was a stiff jab. He felt that Miller. He needs something to build from, Dubois. Could that be it?
You know, I like the strategy of Jarrell Miller to walk Daniel Dubois down and make him a mover. I think it would be equally as effective to do some leaning on him as well. If you can get him tied up, put all of that 333 pounds on his shoulders.
Eddie Hearn earlier this week said if Dubois loses this fight, his career at the top of the heavyweight division is essentially over. That's the kind of pressure he's under tonight. For Miller, it's, hey, anything goes. That's what he promised to do here tonight. Finish Dubois and make him quit again.
He needs to follow the right hand through after that left hook, Dubois. That's the shot.
Good one, too.
He needs to look for that right hand after. There's that uppercut you're calling for.
Yeah, but he needs to start throwing that jab now. You can't just keep throwing that jab. You got to hide it. Hide that jab, and you can see Miller just wants to get on the inside, so frustrate him. Keep him at range. Keep him at bay with that big, long jab. Then set him up with that uppercut. Jab, that shotgun jab, with your foot behind you, that leverage behind you. Looks like a 2x4 hitting the front of your face.
Again, these aren't good signs for Dubois for me. Getting walked down. Mouth wide open, he's breathing heavy.
Darren, I agree getting walked down, but look at the blood coming out of Big Baby Miller's mouth. So those jabs are having their impact. And he landed a good body shot also that Miller didn't like.
Look at the right hand over the top, Dubois, as Miller throws that jab. He's had 2 or 3 opportunities there, Dubois, to throw the right over the top.
Right, a clubbing right hand, didn't quite score effectively.
Right hand over the top. Yeah, I mean, look, it's good pressure from Miller, but the jabs
Round 4, and again, they start out right where they left off. Head-to-head, toe-to-toe, good left there from Big Baby Miller. Chris Mannix, you're scoring this fight. How do you have it through 3?
I've got a 30-27 in favor of Daniel Dubois. Now, if you ask me which of these two fighters I would rather be right now, it's Jarrell Miller, because I think his pressure is eventually going to pay off. But it's pretty clear to me that Dubois is landing the cleaner shots in the first 3 rounds of this fight.
Miller's done most of the trash talking building up to this fight. It's 99% of it, but Dubois did have a good line yesterday saying, listen, you may be Big Baby, but I'm going to be your Big Daddy come fight night.
Endless from Miller. He's holding his feet a little bit too much here for me, Dubois.
Ooh, little right cross on the inside from Miller. There's the left hand. He's starting to score the big punches, Sergio.
Yes, short shots right there. The perfect shot. It was a right uppercut, left hook. That's a perfect shot when I was getting tired to try to hide in that little spot. Dubois is moving, but his head's in the same location. Right now he needs upper body movement in order to start switching things up defensively for Miller, who's trying to fight, who's zeroing in on the right hand.
Hey, remember Dubois got dropped 3 times against Kevin Lorena in the first round. Managed to come back and win that, but he's showing a much better chin tonight so far, Derek.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good work from Dubois. Mixing it up, good variation. This is where he needs to be, holding the center, moving away. I love this from Dubois.
I mean, that's what happens when you're that big, that much mass to carry. You get tired, fatigued earlier.
I mean, this is good work from Dubois. Starting his 5th round, holding his feet, working head, body well.
Oh, left half hook uppercut there from Miller. Really and figuratively. Couple jabs here. Dubois gets the ropes.
He looks a little unsteady there from Dubois.
You know fatigue has to be setting it for both these fighters.
Yeah, for sure. He's lost his shape a little bit, Dubois.
Because Dubois is not used to moving this much. He's used to being the Terminator, coming forward, looking for the knockout. Now he's the one that's being hunted, being pushed back.
And to compete at the championship level, he needs to get down 15-20 pounds to get there, but even at this weight, he is a lot to deal with.
Couple good inside shots from Dubois. Miller answering back, but it's a good round for Dynamite.
Yeah, it is, but because he's concentrating more on speed now instead of power.
We were hoping this would be one of, if not the best fights on the card, and it's pretty darn good through 5 full rounds.
Yes, delivering for sure. Looks like it's going one way, then it goes the other, really ebbing and flowing.
It's not even about getting hurt. It's about getting frustrated, not being able to close that range of your Miller. So Dubois, it'll serve him best. Just keep popping that jab on the back foot. That's all you need to do. Run Miller into some big shots. Run him into the uppercut or the big right hand. Miller looks tired now. He's falling off balance. He doesn't have the same speed behind his punches. His legs look weary. It'll serve Dubois right to keep boxing on the back foot, keep popping that jab in Miller's face.
Yeah, keep busy with the jab. That right hand will follow. You can see the hands are lower now of Miller.
That's fatigue. That's exactly what it is. You can see it in his body right there. The legs don't have the same bounce on Miller.
Boy, Miller just doesn't care if he eats 2 or 3 shots coming in.
He's got to be careful, though. In a 10-round fight, you can't give away too many rounds.
Yeah, this isn't educated pressure anymore. I thought at the start it was clever, it was smart, but now he's walking onto shots. He's looking lazy, looking clumsy.
See that jab right there? Beautiful jab. That's going to set up the right hand, whether it's a hook, straight, or uppercut.
But tonight he'll be all business once that bell rings, as he's in with perhaps the toughest challenge of his career.
There's that right hook. That's going to be open right there. This is going to be a big round for Miller. He's going to want to get some respect. Dubois going to have an opportunity to land that right hand.
He's got to be careful. Dubois is moving predominantly to his left, and he's going to walk onto that right hand of Miller. Needs to vary this movement.
Wow, there you go, Darren. You called it. Miller just missed with that overhand right.
Let's take a look at Chris Mannix's updated scorecard.
Yeah, I got Daniel Dubois with a slight edge right now. Gave him that 6th round, 58 to 56. Jarrell Miller had some moments in the 4th and the 5th where it looked like he might be able to take control, but the gas tank for Jarrell Miller starting to diminish.
Yeah, that's fair. The scorecard there's fair. There are rounds where the pressure, the relentless pressure of Miller is eye-catching. He landed some good shots, but I think predominantly the cleaner shots have been from Dubois. Noticeably the jab. Look now, and it's making it easy for Dubois to read.
Sluggish, slow, lethargic, just too big. This is what happens when you gain that much weight. When you have that much mass, you know, in these rounds, it's bound to take your legs.
But he's still in it, you know that.
Right.
4 fights so far, all 4 ending by KO. 3 rounds left here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Downstairs goes Dubois, and he's fighting with a lot of confidence here.
Classic variation. He's a very, very confident fighter right now.
And now he's bouncing on his toes. He's found that second wind. Nice left. You can't tell if Miller's hurt or not.
Oh, I think he's unquestionably hurt. At this stage, he's been more a punching bag than anything else.
Hurt, frustrated, tired. The trifecta of a losing effort on Big Baby Miller.
He's a walking punch bag right now. Literally walking onto everything Dubois is throwing.
Nice right hand. Over the top, another one from Dubois. Then downstairs to the body.
And there's the right hand, that's the shot. Lead hand of Miller far too loose, too low.
Another good round by Dubois with that jab.
Yep. Miller just seems out of ideas.
Yeah, I did think it was worrying signs early from Miller. The pressure he was putting, he was gasping.
Ooh, good shot by Dubois going around the guard, forgetting the straight shots, going with the hooks now.
Can you imagine if Dubois is able to finish Jarrell Miller, who's undefeated?
You know, Daniel Dubois has been branded a quitter by a lot of people, including Jarrell Miller. He's digging deep in this fight. You got to give him credit for that.
He said before this fight that Miller was tailor-made for me. I love guys that stand right in front of me, and that is exactly what Miller has done.
See, he cannot miss with that right hand. I said it time and time again, that lead hand of Miller far too low. Nice jab, and that's where you can follow the right hand straight down the pipe. If he's to get the win here, Dubois, this will do so much for his self-belief and his confidence.
Absolutely.
It must have been rock bottom before this fight.
Absolutely, because then he could prove that when the going got tough, he still had enough to pull out and muster out the win.
It's now or never for Big Baby Miller. His career hangs in the balance. You gotta believe he needs a knockout. He's got 3 minutes to do it. Here's Chris Mannix's scorecard.
Yeah, pretty clear wins over these last few rounds in favor of Daniel Dubois. Got an 88-83 entering this final round. Jarrell Miller does need a knockout to win on my scorecard. And look, he's got some knockouts in his career, but he's not known as a one-punch knockout puncher. It's going to be difficult.
Miller is just completely slowed down to a crawl here. Oh, big shots from Dubois. Miller stumbles to the ropes. Are we going to see another finish? 26 seconds to go.
Dubois giving Big Baby Miller a Brooklyn beat down against the ropes.
Oh, big shot. Big Baby gonna get big time knocked out. Dubois, sensational finishing. It's done. Do you believe it?
Your winner by way of technical knockout, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.